Hello everybody, and the day has finally arrived where I can talk to you about Trials of Osiris and, more importantly, show you guys some footage of Trials of Osiris. But before I hop into all of that information, I just want to talk about the tournament that we played in at Bungie Studios. So what exactly happened when it came to us playing Trials of Osiris was they split people into teams of 3 to compete in this tournament. They battled against each other and then eventually got to play against Bungie. Now, I was actually an honorary member of Team Bungie, so it was me and 2 people who work for Bungie. Obviously, I don't work for Bungie, so it was Team Bungie and Watts. And we were the team that you got to play after fighting your way through the tournament. So the gameplay that you're going to be watching is the final head-to-head of the 2 top teams battling against each other to see who's going to be the winner of the Trials of Osiris tournament. So it's pretty freaking epic. Some very awesome situations that we were in, awesome engagements. I wish I could have recorded the sound in the room because a bunch of people from Bungie were watching this tournament happen, and there was a lot of yelling and a lot of crazy things happening in that room. So I really wish I could have recorded that, but I'm just trying to set the scene a little bit so you guys can kind of understand what was happening at this tournament. So for this final head-to-head match, our team consisted of a gunslinger hunter and a void walker warlock, and I was playing as a Radiance Warlock. On the opposing team, they had a Fist of Havoc Titan, a gunslinger hunter, and another Radiance Warlock. And the reason why this gameplay is so incredibly awesome is because we got completely wrecked in the first 4 rounds of this gameplay. We got completely stomped. And for you guys that are not aware and miss the live stream, you only get to play 5 rounds. When you win those 5 rounds, you win the complete game. So we were down by 4. It was 4-0. And at any time, if we dropped one of those rounds, we were done. It was over and we lost the tournament. So we actually managed to come back from 4-0 and win 5 games in a row. So that's why this gameplay is so epic. That's why I've been so crazy excited to share this with you guys, because the comeback was absolutely insane. So now that you guys have some background on the game that we were playing, we were in a tournament, it was a crazy comeback, let's talk about Trials. So I'm going to be answering some of the questions that you guys left in the comment section of my video to make sure that I'm giving you as much information as I possibly can. So the game mode that you're going to be playing in the Trials of Osiris is called Elimination, and power advantages are turned on. So just like the Iron Banner, your weapon damage and your armor defense matters in the Trials of Osiris. Now, the way that you win a round of elimination is to completely eliminate the enemy team. Now, the reason why this is very intense and gets crazy is because you yourself cannot respawn. The only way that you can come back to life and continue fighting is if your teammate revives you. And each of these rounds are 2 minutes long, so you don't have that long to actually make it happen. I know a lot of people were pretty concerned that it was just going to be really campy and really slow, but the fact that it's only 2 minutes in a round to go and eliminate the enemy team, that makes it really fast-paced, really intense, and just an extremely awesome competitive environment. Now, for those moments where the game does go into overtime, Trials of Osiris does have a special way to deal with that. And the way that they deal with it is they place an objective usually in the middle of the map, and the first to capture it just wins. You just straight up win. So if you guys are being super campy and not wanting to get out there in the action and go kill some fools, they're gonna force you to get out there in the middle of the map and capture an objective, which I really like. I really like the fact that they're making this into not a campy thing. It's not gonna be a slow-paced game type. If you want to play that way, they're gonna force you to come out and capture this objective. So the actual game mode of elimination is made up of 5 rounds, which you have to win. Each of those rounds are 2 minutes long, and they also have an overtime where you have to capture an objective in the middle of the map. So that's the game mode and just an overall look at the game mode that you're going to be playing when you head into the Trials of Osiris. Now let's talk about how exactly do you get to the Trials of Osiris. In order to enter this glorious land of awesome Egyptian looking stuff, you have to get a Trials Passage. Now, essentially what a Trials Passage is a scorecard that keeps track of your win and loss progress while you're playing in the Trials of Osiris. So there's 9 yellow dots that keep track of your wins. They will fill, each dot will fill every time you get a win. And then there's 3 red dots that keep track of your losses. When you get 3 losses, you're out and you're done until the next week. And the way that you can pick up a Trials passage and grant you access into the Trials of Osiris is by just going to the Trials of Osiris vendor and giving him 100 glimmer. So it's very easy for anyone to gain access to the Trials of Osiris. You just go to the dude, you give him your glimmer, and you're able to go ahead and get the scorecard and enter the Trials of Osiris. And just for anyone that's wondering, you do not have to play all of your games at once. You can win 2 games and then take a break and come back, and it'll keep building up your scorecard. Now, the way that rewards work is really interesting. If you manage to get 9 wins during the Trials of Osiris event period, you're gonna get some pretty sweet rewards. But if you only manage to pick up 2, 3, 6, or 8, you can actually go and visit the Trials of Osiris vendor and get a package from him, which could include gear, it could include the coins so you can buy boons, which I will explain later. There's plenty of things that it can give you. So there's stone tier rewards, which you get from getting 2 wins. There's bronze tier, which you get for getting 3 wins. And then there's silver tier, which you get from getting 6 wins. And then there's gold that you get for getting 8 wins. Now, obviously, the more you win, the better your rewards are gonna be. If you can buy an 8-win package, you're gonna get better stuff than the person getting a 2-win package. But that's not the only way that you can get rewards. You can also have them just drop for you randomly in the Trials of Osiris. So there's plenty of ways for us to all get rewarded for our time in the Trials of Osiris. Quick gameplay note, this is where it all turns around. I hear them pop a golden gun, I go to hide in the corner because I'm not about to get golden gunned. And let's just say it gets super real right now. This is when it gets good, guys. Now, just to touch on boons, these are items that you can buy from the Trials of Osiris vendor that grant you various perks. One of them is that your first win in the Trials of Osiris will count as 2, so you get 2 little marks on your scorecard showing that you've won 2. Another one is that your first loss will be forgiven, so instead of marking on your scorecard that you lost the game, it won't get marked. And then the last one is that you start the Trials of Osiris with a win. So when you go in and start your little Trials of Osiris run, you're already starting with a win. And now, how long do these boons last, you ask? They last until you use them. So there's no time limit on them whatsoever. That's how it is right now, at least. You just keep them until you actually end up using them. Now, to round out this video, I'm just gonna answer some of you guys' questions that you asked me in the comment section, specifically about Trials of Osiris. So one of them was that, is there matchmaking for the Trials of Osiris? No, there is not. You have to enter with your team of 3, and I'm very glad that that is the case, because I could not even imagine how frustrating it would be to enter with 2 people who are not very good, and you're there like, damn it, man, now I gotta wait a whole week. So no, you have to make your team of 3 to enter the Trials of Osiris. Another question that I got is the Trials of Osiris noob friendly? And I can say that I feel everyone will be able to get Trials of Osiris gear if they play it enough, because you can actually get drops, and of course you might be able to get 6 wins, guys. Don't think that you're just like some really crappy player and you can't get 6 wins. If you can get to 6, you can get one of the upper reward packages, which will have something for you. So please do not be discouraged if you don't see yourself as this amazing player. Also, because it's a very team-orientated game. If you're someone that knows how to play the objective, you're someone that's very conscious of where your teammates are, you're going to be able to pull together some wins in the Trials of Osiris, even if you don't think you're that great when it comes to individual skills. So please don't worry, you will be able to get some of the gear, if not all of the gear, if you put enough time into the Trials of Osiris. It's just those people who are slightly better than you, who are able to get the 8 and 9 wins every week. They're obviously gonna get the gear a little bit faster than you are, but that should not discourage you from enjoying this awesome game mode, because it's really awesome. I got such a thrill So excited. I cannot wait for Trials of Osiris to officially be here. Now, for anyone that was concerned about it being a shotgun heavy game type, I personally don't think that it will be, because the engagement distance in the Trials of Osiris is a little bit longer than with other game modes, because obviously you're sticking with your team. You're not trying to just randomly go Ramboing into the other team, because then if you die, you're in a really bad spot for your teammates to get to you and revive you, and that's just bad. You don't want to do that. So it's not going to be people just blinking around, shotgunning people. It's a lot more strategic game mode. It's strategic, it's competitive. That's how the Trials of Osiris is built. I personally decided to go with a shotgun because I was playing a Fireborn Radiance Warlock, and obviously my whole job is to come back from the dead and kill everyone and save the game. So I need a shotgun in order to do that, but I think a lot of people are probably gonna be picking up snipers, if anything, unless they're of course playing the Radiance Warlock, where in my opinion you're going to want to have a shotgun over a sniper. So I think that is all of the information in terms of how Trials is going to be, how you get there, how it plays, what the game mode is. If there is anything whatsoever that you guys do want to ask me, please do let me know in the comments section, because now I am actually able to answer you. So I can go into the comment section and just answer you guys individually with any questions that you do have. I am so excited for Trials of Osiris. It's basically everything that I've ever wanted. I personally was concerned about Trials of Osiris not being something I would enjoy, but I love it. I think it's amazing, and I think that for anyone that is heavy into PvP, and even people that aren't, I think you're really gonna enjoy this, because it offers a slightly different experience to just regular PvP, and you're getting rewarded for when you do good. Yay! So that's it for this gameplay, guys. You're gonna watch us beat out this round and somehow manage to have Team Bungie not lose. Somehow, some way. I don't know how we did it, but it happened. Make sure to stay tuned to my channel. Make sure you subscribe, because I'm gonna be having all of the new Crucible maps coming up. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about my impressions of them and showing you gameplay of them. I'm also gonna be having Trials of Osiris specific class setups, and I'm also going to be having team setups. So if you're someone that's wanting to make sure you have all of the right gear and you got the right classes and you got a strategy going on with your team, you're not going to want to miss those videos, because I'm going to be going into detail based on me playing the Trials of Osiris and me theory crafting about the best team possible. So make sure to stay tuned for those videos if you are wanting to have a slight little edge over your opponents when the DLC drops. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to put out some awesome gameplay for you guys. Playing this game was amazing because everyone was really good, really skilled players. They impressed me a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will speak to you awesome people later. Bye.